Same screen that I told you the average was -15. If you scroll down the bottom, there's a little S. Turn that bad boy on. Right. Oh, you did it low. Oh, goodness gracious. You can just do it with the one-bar stats. There's a way you put the data in the lists. Watch the video from, I think it was Tuesday. Yeah. Sweet Jesus. Yeah, don't ever do that again. Don't do that again. Ready? Fire them up. Here's our screen. It's going to look like this now at the end. And it's going to tell you right there. Okay. Now, we're going to make sure we record this so the series of button pushes is maintained. We're going to do this all the time in this class. Second, Y equals. So the second button, and then the button right above it is the Y equals button. On cell phones, it'll be different. We have to figure out how to... Very nice. This makes me very happy to see that. We're going to grab plot 1. This is going to sound somewhat familiar to my 105 students because we used to make scatter plots all the time. Different kind of plot, though.
What'd you do there?
I just pressed enter, or 1. So second Y equals enter. Get you to the screen.
Yep.
Good. Turn it on. Down where it says type, it's probably already on this one. It's probably on this guy here. Scooch over, boop, boop, to the right 2, and then press enter to select histogram. The noise helps sometimes. Now at this point, I think it probably changed just like mine did. XList is L1 and frequency is 1. What that means is your data in L1? The answer is yes, it is. And should we count each of those data points one time? And yes, we do, because it's raw data. It's exactly what
if it's not? Mine says L3.
If it says L3, just arrow down there, push the alpha button, and type the number 1. And the alpha button is only necessary because of the bug that TI will not fix. Notice when you scroll down into these list pad, it has the alpha symbol on.
Right.
If you try to type 1 right now, it's going to put a Y. You have to take it out of alpha mode first and then type 1.
So if I do alpha?
Alpha and then the number 1, and it should change you to a 1. We'll come fix it in a second. The rest of us, press zoom 9. Press zoom 9.
I got it.
See what you, worked.
Yeah.
Excellent. Zoom 9.
How did you get from that screen to that? Yeah.
Zoom 9. Sorry, my fault. Zoom is the button in the top row. It's the skinny bit in the middle of the top row, skinny button. Sorry, give me Pretty. Very nice, very nice. Now, this is a histogram of our data. It's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful-ish. The reason I like it is because we now have a visual of almost everything in our data. We lose some specifics. For example, we know that these are bars. There's 7 spaces altogether. We've lost some of the precision. We've lost the individual values. But we know how the values are shaped. More on that in a minute. What I like to do right now, though, I like to finagle with the window a little bit. Because the TI, whenever you press zoom 9 on a histogram, it will always make 7 bars. Always. Every single time. Press the trace button, which is directly next to zoom, and you get a little spider blinker, and it puts you into the first bar, and it says, this is a little bit cryptic, but what it says is, there is one data point between -58 and -44.8333333. That's what that means. There's one data point, and you guys know there was a -58, I think, right? Yeah. So that one day, I hate the fact that it says N. I wish it said F. Because N we use for sample size. Everybody uses for sample size, but they use it for each bar height. So just get used to that. Scooch over 1. There are 3 data points between -44.83333 and -31.666667. And you can go in and find them. If you need to go in and find them, you can go find them. But generally you won't. Generally you won't have the raw data. You'll just have the histogram. What I don't like are these freaking numbers. They're weird. Now what the TI did was, it took the small and the high, and it cut that range into 7 pieces. And that just happens to be the numbers that came out in those 7 pieces. You can edit that, and that's what I like to do. So to edit that, I'm going to stop and start the camera so we get 2 different videos on this.